Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Swag Dinosaur Games. This is Alton and I'm here to bring you another playthrough of Marvel Champions. So today, we got Doctor Strange going up against the Red Skull. So we're actually redoing this matchup right now. The last time I played this, I recorded it. I had Red Skull on Expo and I had him with the Legions of Hydra and that did not go well for us. So we're going to be running it back now. So, for Doctor Strange, we got a leadership deck. The gold, we have a bunch of Avenger allies. And we're trying to tap into two cards. One of them is Strength and Numbers. Try to take advantage of a Strength and Numbers to get a bunch of cards. And the other one is Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which will be able to ready Doctor Strange. And our goal is just going to try to be able to go through all of his spells as much as possible, because these are extremely valuable. 2 costs for 7 damage, or 1 cost for 4 threat, 4 thwart, which is very strong. So we're just gonna try to go through, play these as much as possible by reading Doctor Strange with Earth's Mightiest Heroes or drawing a bunch of cards, which is always strong. So for Red Skull, we're just using his basic setup. Again, we tried. I love the idea of running him with Legions of Hydra, just because you're basically guaranteed to see the Madame show up, Madame Hydra, but it's so strong because just that you're guaranteed to see her show up. So we're just running Hydra Patrol and Hydra Assault. Let's do Doctor Strange Red Skull setup first. On his main scheme, the Rise of Red Skull, we're gonna put the Red House in play, which we have over here. The Red Skull, the Red House just says he cannot take any damage while the scheme's in play. And we're gonna shuffle every other side scheme into the side scheme deck. So we have all the side schemes, including our marginal encounter set side scheme. I'm gonna shuffle those in. And we'll set those aside for now. And then we'll advance the main scheme. And it says, Red Skull's plan to conquer the world with the Reality Stone. He uses his strategic genius to keep you busy while he works towards his goal. We have that. And the Red House comes in with 3 threat. Now we'll give his encounter deck a shuffle. In Red Skull, he has a scheme of 3 attack of 1. He gets +1 attack for each side scheme in play. And he's going to start the game by giving us an extra encounter card. So once we shuffle up his deck, we're going to give ourselves an extra encounter card. And then with Doctor Strange, we're going to shuffle our deck. And we're going to begin the game with our invocation deck set aside. We'll want to give that a shuffle as well. All right. We'll shuffle our invocation deck, and we'll just do a face down. And our first spell is going to be 7 Rings of Ragador. Give up to 3 characters a tough status card. Right there. And we'll draw a hand size of 6 cards for Doctor Strange. Cut. 2, 3, 5, 6. There's our 6 cards. Let's see what we want to mulligan. The cloak. You love to see the cloak. See, the thing that in the last place we got the cloak and the Eye of Agamotto on turn 1. but Red Skull just threw too much stuff at us. So we got Cloak Levitation, we got Quinn Carrier with a double pay for. So we're definitely gonna keep those 4 cards. We could keep the Mystical Studies, grab our eye, even if we can't play it. So I guess, yeah, we'll keep Mystical Study. That's basically one of the cards we're looking for. Then we'll mulligan away Protective Ward. We'll draw 1 more card. Draw into Strength and Numbers. This is just going to be a resource probably. And I believe that's our turn. That's the beginning of the game. So now on his alter ego side, we're going to choose to... we'll just keep that there actually. So we will flip up to our hero form. Yeah. Actually, no, before we do that, we'll stay down because Cloak is, or Mystical Studies is an alter ego action. So I'll start with playing Cloak of Levitation, using Strength to pay for it. And Cloak gives him the arrow tip, but more importantly, the Cloak can exhaust already Doctor Strange, which just allow him to cast more spells. It's a very nice card to get out. Then we'll play Quinn Carrier, using these 3 resources. And while we're down here, we're going to use the Quinn Carrier to pay for Mystical Studies. Search your deck and discard power for a Doctor Strange card to add it to your hand. And then shuffle your deck afterwards. So, I'm tempted to get Wong, but I think what we are going to get is his eye. This is basically just like the Quinn Carrier. It exhausts for a wild resource. Give our deck a shuffle. This is in our hand, and then we will flip up. We'll hold on to the eye. We won't. So we'll use Doctor Strange to thwart for 2 off the side scheme. Then we'll use a Cloak to ready Doctor Strange. Then we'll use Doctor Strange to thwart the last threat off the scheme. And then all the side schemes get put to the special side scheme discard pile. Be off, just off screen right there. I believe that's everything. You can make sure we got all Red Skull's stuff for setup, got all of our stuff for setup and for our turn. So we'll end our turn, definitely keep the eye. Ready each of our cards. And we'll draw 4 more cards up to our hand size of 5. There's Wong, so we get both of them. Anyways, 2 actual projections and to make the call. Alright. So now, Red Skull is going to do his turn. He's going to place 1 threat on the main scheme. And after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, reveal the top card of the side scheme deck. The top card is going to be a Mass Chaos. When revealed, each player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. Place a 1 threat here for each resource type discarded. Let's see. We got our deck here. Discard 1, 2, 3. So we got a mental, a physical, and an energy. So it's going to come in with 3 threat. Yeah. Let's see what we lost. We lost a few allies. Lost a double. Didn't lose anything important. Because everything we do want is in our hand already. Which is very nice. So that came in. Red Skull is going to attack us for 1. Plus another one for each side scheme in play. Plus a boost. So he's going to attack for 2. I think we'll have ourselves defend it. It attacks for 2. If this card resolves during an undefended attack, thankfully it is. It is defended. Otherwise, we would have to discard a support we control, which means we're losing the Quinn Carrier. So thankfully, we defended that. And we take no damage as well. And then we get 2 encounter cards. Let's see. We got our obligation, physical toll. We will flip to alter ego form. Fortunately, we cannot exhaust to get rid of it. So the next event you play costs 3 additional resources. I will leave it out here. So we leave it out there. And then our next encounter card is Hydra Jet Trooper. He would normally come in with or he does come in with Quick Strike. He normally would attack us, but since we're not in hero form, he would not attack us. So he's just sitting here. And now it's our turn. So for our turn, man, this kind of sucks. But I think what we're gonna do, definitely gonna play the eye using these two resources. So I think from here we'll just flip up. Then we'll ready Doctor Strange. And then we'll use Doctor Strange to. Let's take that back. While we're down here, we're gonna look for a different one of these guys, different invocation. Get the Winds of Tomb. That's fine. Then we'll flip up, and then we'll ready Doctor Strange using the cloak. Then we'll pay for winds. However, you know, at the next event we play costs 3 additional resources, so we'll spend both of those and Astral Projection. Actually, no, we'll spend Wong. We do have if you make the calls to bring him back, so it's not too bad losing him, but yeah, we really have some threat to get rid of. But anyway, spend those two and this one to play Winds, which means Physical Toll gets discarded. And when this gets cast, we draw 3 cards. Doctor Strange is exhausted when he does that. To draw 3 cards. Squircle, Hawkeye, Magic Blast, and it's going to get placed in the discard pile. The next one is going to be some thwarting. So, I think what we'll do, we'll play Squirrel Girl. Actually, no, might as well play Hawkeye using these 3 resources. You can only play with 4 arrow counters, and he's gonna whenever a minion comes into play, he can spend one of those counters to deal 2 damage to that minion. Then we'll just have him come in. We'll have him attack the Jet Trooper. After that, we'll end our turn. Ready up all of our cards. And draw up to a hand size of 5. So again, we were super lucky to get all of our build-up cards out. But at the same time, we're kind of having some a little bit of trouble dealing with these guys. So there's 5 cards. Magical Enhancements, Black Knight, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Magic Blast, and Protective Ward. Probably end up playing Protective Ward if possible. We'll leave our hand here to remember. You should have consequential damage. So now, Red Skull is going to do his turn. He's going to place a threat. Going to place a side scheme. Hydra Patrol comes into play with 2 threat. And that does nothing until it's defeated. I'll sit there. Both crisis icons. So Red Skull attacks for 3 plus a boost. I think we'll have Hawkeye defend. Yeah, so maybe it would have been better to have play Squirrel Girl. But no worries. Red Skull attacks for 3. 6. Thankfully we had Hawkeye defend. And then this guy just attacks for 2, which we'll take. Down to 8 health. Do like this so I know. Encounter card. Only gets 1, thankfully. That's a exhaustion. It'll surge and exhaust your identity. That sounds like a great. It's a treachery too, so it sounds like a great turn to use Protective Ward to cancel it. Cancel all of its effects, so we'll just use Black Knight to pay for it. When a treachery is revealed, just cancel all of its effects and discard it. So exhaustion doesn't affect us. So now we have plenty of ways to deal with our guys. So first we will exhaust Doctor Strange and pay 1 resource to play images of Icon. Confuse the villain and remove 4 threat from a scheme. That gets discarded. So we'll confuse the villain and place 4 threat on a scheme. Or remove 4 threat from a scheme actually. This gets removed. And we get a new card. Vapors of Voltor. Already. And I think we'll use Vapors to change this confused to a stun. Just because I don't really feel like flipping down right now. So our last invocation. Crimson Bandage to Torak. And we still have Quinn Carrier out. So have all these resources to use. So we'll play Magic Blast using both of these wilds and Earth Mighty's Heroes for Magic Blast. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. We'll do it to this guy. It's very much overkill, but it'd be nice just to get rid of this minion. So deal 5 damage to an enemy and discard the top part of your deck. Card we discard is a Master of Mystic Art. Discard a mental resource. Discard a mental. We confuse that enemy, but it doesn't matter because that guy will just die. And I believe that's it. So at the end of our turn, we're ready all of our cards, and we'll draw up to 5 cards for our hand. 5. Let's see. Bunch of strengths and numbers, but no allies. Guess we'll just be using a lot of these to pay for these. Pay for invocations. Alright. So now, Restful's gonna do his turn. Place a third on the main scheme. You get a side scheme. Since to the past, when defeated, each player choose up to 3 cards in their discard pile and shuffles them into their deck. Comes in with 3 threat. Has an acceleration icon. The Red Skull would attack for 3 plus a boost, but he is stunned. Then he gives us an encounter card. We're going to get Master Strategist, attach the Red Skull, and when he activates, give him an additional boost card for each side scheme in play. Then discards this card. So right now he's gonna get a bunch of boosts, the way it seems. Now it's our turn. Thankfully, got a rather uneventful, a delayed encounter card. So we have some threat to remove. So I think what we'll do, I guess first we'll play team training using the power of leadership. Why not? Leave that over here. And then we'll use both of these and exhaust Doctor Strange to play. Actually, no, before we do that, actually. Wait, before we play Crimson Bands, we're going to exhaust Doctor Strange to clear Hydra Patrol. And when defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion and puts it into play engaged with them. So I know which one we're gonna grab. Gonna be grabbing our regular. It's put into play, not revealed, so Insight does not trigger off of that. we will use both of these to play for Crimson Bandits, or I guess, well, before we do that, we'll have to ready Doctor Strange. And then we'll use both of these and exhaust Doctor Strange to pay for Crimson Bandits' Torak. Do it on a Red Skull, stun an enemy and deal 7 damage to it. So we'll stun Red Skull, deal 7 damage to him, bring him down to 9 health. He's sitting there. And then we'll shuffle our Invocation deck. Kind of hard to shuffle only 5 cards. Images. Be nice if we could play that. But I think we'll just play our Sanctum, using strength and numbers. Letting this sit here. We have a lot of space now, so we could don't necessarily have to stack our cards too much. But yeah, I believe that's our turn. We'll discard strength and numbers. We don't really have a lot of allies out right now. And then ready each of our cards and draw to our hand size of 5. 1, 2. And our deck's almost out as well. Draw 5 cards. Magical enhancements, Falcon, Make the Call, Power Leadership, and Avengers Tower. Probably use Make the Call to grab Wong or something. Or maybe just grab Mariah Hill. You never know. So, Red Skull does his turn now. He's gonna place 1 threat on this, or 2 threat on the scheme actually, because of the acceleration icon. And you're gonna get another side scheme. That side scheme is gonna be Prison Camps. This is one of the nice ones. If when defeated, the player who defeated this scheme could look for an ally and put it into play for free. Comes in with 3 threat. Then Red Skull would attack for 3 plus a boost, but he is stunned. This guy attacks us for 2. We'll just take it. And he attacked us for 2. Now we get an encounter card. Under fire, so he's gonna Surge twice. Get a Hydra Soldier with guard, and his Luger comes out. His attacks are gonna gain +1 attack, +1 scheme, and his attacks get piercing and ranged. We'll just leave it down here. Now it's our turn. Let's see, so got a bunch of stuff to deal with now. Probably will want to flip down this turn. So what we could do, or we'll exhaust one of these and Doctor Strange to play Images of Icon, confuse the villain, and remove 4 threats from a scheme. We'll remove it from Prison Camps. And when defeated, the player who's defeated this side scheme searches their deck and discard pile for an ally. Put it in the right place. And we're going to search our discard pile, I believe. But first, let's see what our top card is. Top card is going to be Crimson Bands. So the ally will grab. Squirrel Girl is interesting. Right Hill. A lot of interesting choices. What comes in? I think we'll just take Wong. That always seemed like a strong choice. We'll take Wong. Then we will use Wong to attack for 2. Get rid of the Hydra Regular. Takes 1 damage. And then we will pay for Falcon using Power Leadership, Make the Call, and Magical Enhancements. And it says, when Falcon comes into play, response. After you enter play, look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. For each treachery looked at this way, remove 1 threat from a scheme. Let's see. The top 3 cards going to be Spreading Lies, Hydra Soldier, and Hydra Flame Soldier. So we got 1 treachery. We remove 1 threat from a scheme. We'll remove it from Center of the Past. And in terms of information, we know. So he's confused. He's not going to get a boost card when he attacks, when he schemes. So our encounter card is going to be Hydra Flame Soldier. And then boost for 1, and then we'll get the Spreading Lies. Hopefully we'll remember that. This is our hand. And then from there, actually let's pay for that a little differently. We'll hold on to magical enhancements and we'll exhaust the other Eye of Agamotto. So instead of paying for it like this, we paid for it like this and then use the eye so that we could keep magical enhancements. That way we could just do something better for our turn. Then we'll have Falcon come in and thwart for 2 off this scheme. And when defeated, each player shuffles up, chooses up to 3 cards in their discard pile and shuffles them into their deck. Let's see. And what we will grab is Master of the Mystic Arts. Sounds like a good play. We'll have an Avenger, so we could do Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And probably a double as well. Wouldn't hurt. Because we got such a thin deck. In fact, we're guaranteed to draw all of our cards. Or almost all of them. When we shuffle them back in. Falcon should take consequential damage. So we'll shuffle those into our deck. Now we have a better way to end our turn. We can play magical enhancements using Avenger's Tower. Then we'll exhaust Cloak Levitation to ready Doctor Strange. Then we'll have Doctor Strange thwart for 3 off the main scheme. Bring it down to 2. And then we'll just discard this now. It's not going to matter. And then from here, we will flip down. Then we'll use Sanctum while we're down here to shuffle a spell card from your discard pile into your deck. The spell card we want is probably going to be we'll take the threat removal. Shuffle that into our deck, and then we'll draw 1 card. I'm going to draw into Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And we'll just keep that. End our turn. Ready all of our cards. Draw up to our hand size of 6 now that we're in Alter Ego form. And we just are barely able to evade the extra encounter card. Sorcerer's Supreme, Adventurer's Mansion, Master of Mystic Arts, 2 Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and an Energy. Nice. So now Red Skull is going to do his turn. He's going to place 1 threat on the scheme. He's going to get one of these guys. Side scheme. Gets the Sleeper. One we're very much not looking forward to getting. So the Sleeper comes into play. He has Guard, Retaliate, and Toughness. And then Red Skull would scheme, but he's confused. Then each of these guys scheme for 1 apiece. It's up to 5. And thankfully, you remember he's going to get a minion for his encounter card. Hydra Flame Soldier. So maybe we should have taken the damage. Or one of the damage cards, because we've got a lot of minions to deal with now. But now, we'll do our turn. We can start by playing the Sorcerer Supreme using energy. Just start this one up right here. Using energy. I guess it's not too late, we can still do more damage. Use the Sanctum Sanctorium to shuffle a spell card from a discard pile into your deck. And then we'll draw one card after that. We'll take the Magical Blast, shuffle that into our deck, and then we'll draw a card. Got 3 cards to draw from. Draw into Astral Projection. So it's kind of unfortunate we got the one scheme that can't be removed by thwarting when we shuffle all these back into our deck. So while we're down here, we'll heal for 3. Then we will flip up. And each ally has 1 more health actually. So I have Wong, attack, get rid of Tough. He takes 2 damage from Retaliate. Thankfully Team Training gives him 1 more health, so he's still alive, still up and kicking. I might as well ready Doctor Strange. We can we'll have Doctor Strange spend 2. And exhaust himself for Crimson Bands, targeting the Sleeper. He would get stunned, but it doesn't matter, he takes 7 damage. And, this actually isn't an attack, so we don't take retaliate damage from the Sleeper. And when the Sleeper is defeated, he is removed from the game. And when the Sleeper is defeated, remove this card from the game. So we're able to deal with him pretty easily. Next card is going to be 7 Rings. That's super nice, actually. And then we will use Earth's Mightiest Heroes to exhaust Falcon and Avenger and to ready Doctor Strange. That's free. And then we'll use exhaust Doctor Strange and spend a resource to give up to 3 characters a tough status card. Yeah. So we get to give all of our allies tough. Unfortunately, I forgot. See, this guy has piercing right now. So, tough is kind of irrelevant. Okay. Do that. The Vapors. That's our next invocation. What else could we do? I guess we might as well play Astral Projection to thwart. First we're gonna play this using these 2 resources, and we're gonna choose a scheme, choose the main scheme, remove 3 threats from that scheme, and look at the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost card, remove an additional scheme. So removing 3, 4. There's 1 boost, so we remove 4 threat, down to 1 threat. So now, at the end of our turn, we will, I believe that's everything we got. So we'll ready all of our cards. And we'll draw up to our hand side, which is now 6 because of the Sorcerer Supreme. So we draw 2, get an encounter card, a bunch of allies, I kind of forgot about these. And we'll shuffle our deck. Thankfully, he's only going to get a spread. I actually do remember, we're going to get a Spreading Lies. So, definitely not going to get another minion at least. This should be hopefully a pretty tame turn for Red Skull. Then we'll be able to kill all these minions and start to work on damaging Red Skull. Shuffle our deck. Needs us 4 more cards. Got a bunch of resources. Got the Avengers Mansion. Got Strength in Numbers, Master, Miss Carson, Magic Blast. So now Red Skull will do his turn. We'll probably end up losing the main scheme just because I forgot how many attachments he has. I don't think we have any more. We don't have any bad side schemes in there. So we got our hand. So Red Skull's gonna do his turn. He's gonna place the third on the main scheme. He's going to get a side scheme. It's the last one, so he'll. That's a really nice one for the timing. But we'll shuffle the side scheme deck. And this says Hydra Reinforcements. When it's defeated, we have to discard a non-elite minion, so we can get rid of one of these minions. And if we discard this minion, I don't think it will be considered to be defeated. So we'll be able to evade the extra encounter card. This does have a hazard icon though, so we will get an extra encounter card. Comes in with 2 threat. And actually no, he's attacking. I don't know why I thought he was scheming. Maybe he's gonna attack. We'll have Falcon defend, even though he has piercing. Red Skull attacks for 1, 2, 3, and because of this, when Red Skull activates, give him an additional boost card for each side scheme in play. So he's gonna come in with 2 attack, 3 attack, plus 2 boost cards. Give Red Skull a tough status card. And one more. He attacks for 6. He has piercing, so he gets rid of the tough. Then he gets rid of Falcon. Then both these guys attack for 1 apiece. I'm gonna say we could pick the order, so this guy will attack for 2. Gets rid of tough. This guy attacks for 1. Take 1 damage. And then he can give us an encounter card. And another one for the hazard icon. So we're dealing with 3 encounter cards. Hopefully nothing too bad. Got another Hydra Soldier. The villain schemes. He's gonna probably advance the main scheme off of that. Hopefully get a little boost. He schemes for 4. I'll give the villain a tough stat card and another boost card. So he's still scheming for 4. Give the villain a tough stat card and another boost card. I think he's already tough. He's going to scheme for 6. So that does advance the main scheme, unfortunately. Set a play. Now we got the New World Hydra coming in. The Red Skull is 1 step closer to unlocking the full power of the Infinity Stone. You need to stop him before he does, and all reality is bent to his will. And when reveal the top card of the side scheme that can put it into play. Just gets rid. Our next side scheme is going to be Mass Chaos. Gonna discard 5 cards. There's 5. We got energies and physical, so only 2. Didn't lose anything too important. So this gets 2 threat. Advance the main scheme. This comes in with 1 threat and has a threshold of 11. And you got 1 more card. The villain schemes again. So he's going to scheme for 4. 5, 6. He already has tough, which is nice. So he schemes for 4, 5, 6 out of 11. Now it's our turn. Alright. So what we'll end up doing, we will exhaust Wong to discard the top card of the invocation deck. Winds of a Tomb. Then we'll exhaust Doctor Strange to So use Winds of Tomb, draw 3 cards. Mariah Hill, Hawkeye, and Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Definitely play Mariah Hill using the power leadership. After she enters play, draw 1 card. Astral Projection. We'll have Mariah Sword for 2 off of Hydra Reinforcements. And when defeated, the player who defeated the side scheme discards a non-elite minion. So we'll end up discarding the Hydra Soldier. And since he's not defeated but discarded, his 1 defeated effect does not come into play. Which is very nice. And it'll take Mariah will take 1 damage. Oh, we should shuffle this. Just keep it face down. Alright. We got the Crimson Bands. Oh, I didn't realize we had Master of the Mystic Arts. That's fine, though. We'll ready to cloak, might as well. And then we'll actually play Avengers Mansion using these 2 and the double. Put over here. Then we'll exhaust that to draw a card. Magical Enhancements. Not really a lot of damage though. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize he forgot to activate his ability. He made an undefended attack against, so we discard our support. We'll discard the Sanctum. It didn't have too much effect on the game, thankfully. We will play Hawkeye using these 2 resources. Play. And then we will play Astral Projection like this. As before we do that, we'll have Doctor Strange Sword for 2 off of there. And then we'll play Astral Projection, targeting the main scheme. Yeah. And it's going to remove 3 threat plus any boost icons we have. So, no boost cards, so just the 3. And then we'll use Hawkeye's ability, exhaust her, and discard 1 card from our hand. Deal damage to enemy equal to the number of resources. So we will just deal 1 damage to Red Skull, get rid of his tough. I believe that's everything. So we're ready our cards. And drop to a hand size of 6. Go for 6. There are 6 cards. We can spread these out of it. Alright. See what we got. Hawkeye, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Right, so there's a strength in number, so we can just exhaust all of these guys. So, on Red Skull's turn, he will place a threat on the main scheme. He'll get a side scheme. That side scheme is going to be prison camps. And once we defeat it, we can go looking for an ally. So, Red Skull would attack. He attacks for 3 plus a boost. We'll have Mariah defend. Attacks for 3. Just 3. And Mariah dies from that, goes for this card. And then these guys attack. We'll have Hawkeye defend the Hydra Soldier. So she just takes 1. Or the Hydra Flame Soldier. Just so we don't have to deal about the discarding her support. And we'll just take the 2 damage from the normal Hydra Soldier. Then we just get 1 encounter card. Just 1. I just realized this guy has... Oh no. I was about to say this guy has guard, but Hawkeye's ability is not an attack, so... completely bypasses the Hydra Soldier. Anyways, our encounter card is another Hydra Flame Soldier. That just sits there. Now it's our turn. Hopefully we'll be able to get rid of some of this stuff. So first we can start by playing Make the Call. Using these. Paying 2 resources to get Mariah Hill back into play. And after she comes into play, each player draws a card. So we'll draw a card. Drawing it to master the Mystic Arts. We'll play Strength in Numbers, exhausting 2 allies to draw 2 cards. Another Strength in Numbers and Avengers Tower. So we'll let him do, we'll use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. Squirrel Girl. Might have to use Crimson Bands to attack some of these guys. So we'll probably just end up doing we do have a Thwart card, so we could play Astral Projection using these 2 resources, targeting prison camps, and there's a 1 boost card there. So we're going to remove this, and when defeated, the player searches deck into the card pile for an ally and puts it into play. So we have to grab an ally. This is our discard pile. Probably just end up grabbing Falcon or Black Knight. Yeah, we'll just grab Falcon. There's near the bottom here. He'll come in and replace Mariah Hill. And after he enters play, we get to look at the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. And we're gonna remove a threat for each treachery. Just 1 treachery. So let's see, we're gonna have, this is an encounter card if we defeat this guy, a boost, and then an encounter card. Or just an encounter card here. We could deal with this being an encounter card. I'm just trying to think about if we stun the villain, then yeah. Anyway, 1 treachery. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. And we'll have we'll do it like this. We'll play, actually we can't do it like that. We can do it like this. We'll pay 2 for Avengers Tower. Put it over here. And then we'll play Avengers Tower. Actually, we'll just hold that there. We'll use Doctor Strange and 2 resources. Actually, yeah, and 2 resources to use Crimson Bands just to kill this guy. Get an encounter card. Then we could ready Doctor Strange. We'll thwart for 2 here. consequential. I'm thinking we flip down just so we don't have to deal with all of these guys. Let's see if I remember. He'll scheme for 7, and then he will get a minion, I believe. I kind of forgot. But I don't have to deal with discarding supports. So we'll flip down, and we'll just heal for 3. And we'll just hold on to that. Alright. Oh, should have healed for 3. Up to 9. Then ready each of our cards. And drop to 6. So we do go through our deck, get another encounter card. 2 of them. See, we got doubles, we got plenty of doubles, plenty of allies to play. Make the call as well. But now we're gonna shuffle our deck. So make the call kind of becomes useless. Maybe we should have stayed up because we have all these allies to play. Or we have a bunch of allies in hand to play. A bunch of allies on the board that are kind of just sitting there right now. That should be fine. Alright. So now Red Skull's gonna do his turn. He can place 1 threat on his scheme, and he's gonna look at the side scheme deck, coming with 2 threat. It's not gonna matter for now. And this guy's gonna scheme for 4 plus a boost. We're not in hero form, so he just schemes for 4. Then each of these guys scheme for 1. Then he gets 1 more encounter card. I think none of these should matter, right? Or in alter ego form, this card gains Surge. Surges into Hydra regular. Insight 1, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Another encounter card, gains Retaliate, and finally, in alter ego form, this card gains Surge. Alter ego form, he schemes.
Alter ego form, he schemes.
I think none of these should matter, right?
Alter ego form, he schemes.
Man, this is a card that lost us a game last time as well. It just comes up at the worst time. Man. It went from 2 threat. He added over a 9 threat in one turn. Man. Alright, we're gonna see how much we could take back. Assuming we stayed up in hero form. Because it's such an unfortunate way to lose. We're at 9 health too. I think I'm just gonna end it here. We basically lost. So thanks for watching. It's kind of got another sad ending with just unlucky encounter cards. Again, I guess I could have played around that. There's really not really any reason for me to be flipped in alter ego form during that turn, other than all these guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video.